أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. I begin in the name of Allah, who has created you and I with near and utter perfection. I begin in the name of that Creator who has placed tiny miracles in our life without us even knowing it. I begin in the name of the all-knowing, the all-seeing, the all-hearing, the all-forgiving, and the ever-so-merciful, the always and forever. I begin in the name of that Sustainer, that Provider, who without nothing will exist and who with there is life. I begin in the name of the Compassionate and the Merciful, who has allowed me this day to stand here before my beautiful community. And with that, to my beloved uncles, to Qibla Maqbul Alavi, to my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, let me ask all of you for a favor. I lost a very dear member of my family yesterday. He was buried today. For his maghfirat, for your marhumin, for my marhumin, for the individuals who gave their life for Islam, for the shaheed al-shahada of Karbala, and bil khusus for marhum Sayyid Riaz Jafri ibn Sayyid Ali Zaman Jafri. Al-Fatiha. Bismillah. Ya Ganah. Allah yudulu bihiji Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So the way this plan, or this event was planned out was, the topic of this discussion was who cares about Islam. And the reason why I'm not up there or up here is because I want to make this a very informal discussion. And we tend to learn a lot when things are rather informal. And I want to thank the AMYS for having such a great event on such a beautiful night, where we remember the shahadat of our second Imam, Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. And really these types of discussions, these types of gatherings for us are treasures. They're ni'mat, they're blessings for us. And my fear is always the same, that we convert these functions, these gatherings into something that's become habitual, or something that's become habit. Whereas if we realize that our school of thought, if we have 200 plus programs in a year in this center or any other center, the format of our programs is such that we spend at least half an hour talking about the Fazail of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, and then if it's a majlis, and we talk about the musibah. And so half an hour, when you talk about perfection, it has a direct effect on your soul. And so half an hour times 200 plus events a year, we should really be at a different stage than we are right now. And so that tells me that these events have become customary to us. And I fear that we're going to lose the essence of these programs. And so I ask all of you, especially during these days of Ayam Azhar, it's wrapping up now, we're approaching Rabiul Awwal, and then we go back to our normal lives. Let's not forget that these types of programs should be revolutionary for us. And inshallah, we should benefit from them, inshallah. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Alright, so, having said that, everyone's relaxed now, everyone's okay, you guys are fed? Right? There's no hunger pains, there's no growls in the stomach, everyone has their chai, everyone's comfortable? MashaAllah, let's begin then. I want you guys to open up your minds, open up your hearts with me, please. I want you to do me one more favor. I want you to take whatever you believe in right now and leave it at that door. What I need from you is a belief in God and a belief in the Quran, and that's it. Everything else, inshallah, I'll prove to you tonight. Deal? Inshallah. First and foremost, there's a rule that we have along logical basis. And that is that certainty and faith go hand in hand. Yaqeen and Iman go hand in hand. As certainty rises, faith also rises. As certainty falls, faith falls. In our daily life, if we have 110% certainty about something, we're ready to give our life for it. If we believe that somebody is truthful, we're ready to believe whatever they say. The moment an ounce of doubt comes into mind, our faith in that individual, that process also drops. Islam is the exact same way. The moment our yaqeen builds, our iman has to build. Right? So, we can go at a level where we go very, very deeply into our imans and our process, or we can look at it through a sky view in terms of the religion of Islam, which I want to do today. If we're able to prove to ourselves with 110% yaqeen that what we believe in as we wake up every single morning is haqq and the truth, then our iman will build. If we believe that we are Muslims because our fathers are Muslims or we're Muslims, then that yaqeen will never build, that faith will never build, and will become plateau. One of the ultimate reasons why our iman dips and falls, that happens sometimes, right? Sometimes for us, Fajr namaz is so simple. We wake up before the alarm clock. Sometimes 10 seconds later, the sun has risen and we're gone. Why? What happens to us? Why is the 4 rak'ahs of Zuhr so easy for us, but the next day, oh my God, again? So what happens to us? Our iman dips. It rises and falls, it rises and falls. One of the fundamental reasons behind that is this idea of, do we have complete yaqeen in the path that we're walking on? Is that correct? And I really want to talk to you guys at a logical level today. I want to zap into your aql, into your common sense. Because the generation today, right now, you guys understand and believe and grasp things that hit your aql right away and your common sense. Don't tell me what to do after that, tell me why I'm doing it. Don't tell me how to do it, tell me why I'm doing it. And that's the new generation, that's really how it should be. And so when we hear about one of the alamats of the zuhur of our iman being that the sun will rise from the west, it's not a physical sun that's going to rise from the west. It's this nur of Islam, inshallah, that will rise from this part of the world, through all of you, inshallah. And so when you're out there trying to understand why things are and why things are and why things are, number one, I applaud you for that. I respect you for that. And number two, realize that what you're trying to do is build an infrastructure of Islam within you so you can present that on the outside. Right? So respect to you guys. MashaAllah, you should ask those kind of questions. And so my approach today will be a very logical point of view. Once we've established logic, then when I bring the hadith and the ayats, they just simply build on that logic. If the logic is faulty, the entire structure will sway. You agree with me, inshallah? Everybody here? Yes? That's right. So we're establishing what today? We're establishing today step by step, guys. You travel with me, walk with me step by step, and make sure that, you know what, we complete one step together, we move on to step number 2. And step number 1 is this idea that man, insan, human beings in general, cannot live without a system in place, without laws in place. Without laws, we are in chaos. And if we look at all throughout history, we see wherever there's a group of people that have been situated in one area, we see some sort of system of government there. Even within your own lives, you guys have sets of rules that you have within your life. And so for someone to say that I can live my life without laws, is illogical. It's illogical. And that's why right now, corporate America, corporate Canada, all these big companies, they all talk about what? Time management. They all talk about what? They all talk about being at a point where you're able to, in the 8 hours that you're at work, to be at the utmost efficiency level. And that comes from a system. You have a timetable. You have laws. Laws that you've made for yourself, and laws that you abide by yourself. And if you take that outside to a bigger level, companies have laws. Organizations have laws. The Council of Islamic Science has a set of laws. Without that, this system would be corrupt, would be destroyed, wouldn't exist. The example is that, oftentimes, when people, let's say you live in an area and on your street there's a house that has no owner. It's been sitting there, it has no owner. Summer comes, it's gone. Winter comes, it's gone. The grass is this high, the snow is this high. It's obvious that nobody is in that house. Otherwise, you can see from the outside, this house is completely corrupt. It has no system in it. Similarly, our lives without laws, without some sort of system in place, will be a completely destructed and chaotic environment. Again, logically speaking, it's impossible for you to live your life without laws. Alright? Our Sharia, our Islamic teachers have established three needs in man. One is at a personal level. You need laws, you need food, you need water, you need clothing. The second level is a social level. We need laws. We need to work with each other. All these things. The third niyaz, or the third need that we have